I have returned. And I have food. Okay, I want to keep exploring the caves. Okay, I have 376. Interesting. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have I been down here? A locked door. Wooden carving. Wooden carving with a symbol of a fish carved into it. Looks like it might be religious in nature. Still kind of sad you didn't see my roast earlier. Wait, what was your roast? Just resend it. I'm sorry. Roast me again. Nico had 27 followers here and he disappointed all his classmates equally. That's a good one. I approve. You can bump it a degree. I think it's just because it's so hot out. It like overcompensates. I agree. No, this one's hot. Yeah, let me just drag my whole PC setup into another room. I wish I could. Okay. Can't go in there. Goose eggs. Well, we're definitely taking the eggs. Slap some casters on your desk? I legitimately want to. There's no reason to here, but I could totally see that being a thing in other setups. You can't go down there. you can't go down there. Hey, I don't know if y'all know this, but you can't go down there. Continue from last save. What happened? I jumped down into some water. Screen went black and it said you died.
Oh, and that's a bad mess.
All the way back here. Okay. So you definitely have to do quick saves.
Isn't the great temple majestic?
Degenerate mind.
Keeping an eye on things, Horatius?
As always, priestess.
Wait, that means we can go talk to the lady and try again. Are you sure? Maybe try again? Motra wants me to die. I've thought about it so many times, but my current PC is not attached to my desk on the floor, so perhaps if I get a lighter PC, a space that's more built for a mobile desk. Yes.
Cerberus lifts his triple head.
I love that
Lets
about my
out his
setup.
threefold braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you?
Hello.
Oh, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit. I'm Aurelia, and I hope I'm not being too forward, but the moment I laid eyes on you, I was intrigued.
Oh.
There's something dangerous about you, like a prowling manticore.
You don't say.
What was that? Some kind of joke? If it was, it wasn't funny. I take back
Damn
what I
it.
said. Suddenly, I don't find you so intriguing anymore. Let's just forget that ever happened, so we can at least do business. So, what brings you to my tavern?
I'll be
All right,
going now.
See ya.
Bye. Let's go get that money and then ask her about the gossip. I think it was over here. Yeah. Cool. Might as well get it all. Can we sell her the wine for more money? Ooh, interesting. I don't know. God, this cave is a fucking mess. Where's the kinky shit? Up here. Okay. Okay, we got all the money. Oops.
Vote for Malleolus for a back again.
Heard any interesting
Certainly.
gossip?
For 10 denarii.
Here's 10 denarii.
Have you met Livia? She used to do my hair until one day she just snapped. This place has that effect on people. Now she just stands around caked in filth, muttering nonsense to herself. It's a real shame. Now I have to do my own hair. I hear that if Malleolus is elected, he's gonna throw a small festival to celebrate, with entertainment and everything. Can't wait to find out what it is. There used to be a midwife here, Naevia, but this place drove her mad as a Maenad. Said she could hear the statues whispering to her. Can you imagine? Fortunately for us,
I can.
she locked herself in the palace weeks ago and hasn't been seen since. Good riddance, I say. Centilla, the magistrate's youngest daughter, went missing a few weeks ago, right out from under Daddy's nose. How can we trust him to govern a city if he can't even protect his own daughter? I heard Dacius has been offering a lot of money for a bow. Of course, Sentius banned all weapons in the city, so I can't help but wonder what he's up to. Have you seen the way Rufius walks around staring at all the statues? He says he's afraid they're going to spring to life. But then, why does he have a collection of them in his room? I hear Galerius has a thing for Equitia, but of course she's a Vestal priestess. If she sleeps with him, the magistrate will have to bury her alive. Why do
I'm getting
silly
so
boys
much
always
lore about
want
people
what
I
they
don't know.
can't have? I hear there are blasphemous cultists walking among us. You know, the ones that lit the fires last year?
Yeah, the fire that I
Some
totally
even
know
say
about
they
and was
have a
totally here
secret
for.
shrine around here somewhere. I've already told you everything I know, I'm afraid. I just try not to think about it. Drink helps with that. As the saying goes, to drink is human, so we drink.
Do you want some wine? Yeah, the lore is solid. What's your story?
Let it go. Nothing's going to happen between us.
Rude.
You know, normally I'd expect you to buy me a drink before asking if I want to get out of here. Straight to business, huh? I can work with that. As a
Straight in,
matter
no
of
kissing.
fact, I do know a way out. I'm happy to tell you all about it, but this is valuable information we're talking about, and I don't just give it out like some cheap oracle. So, how badly do you want it?
Shit.
Is it worth, say, 1,000 denarii to you?
Tell me more.
Well, I can't tell you too much, or you'd figure it out for yourself. But I promise you, you'll never have to spend another hour in this city ever again.
Why haven't you used it?
Simple. It's a one-way trip, and I'm not ready to go just yet. I like my life here. One day, maybe, but not now.
Isn't it kind of unethical to keep all these people trapped in here knowing there's a way out?
I think of it this way. I have something of value, and I'm willing to share it for a price.
Oh, brother.
That's not unethical. That's just good business. Now, do you want it or not?
Aurelia the fucking capitalist.
If I took your money without giving you what I promised, I'd be breaking the golden rule, wouldn't I? And I have no interest in doing that.
Do we believe that?
What's the matter? Can't afford it? Well, perhaps you could take out a loan. I understand Malleolus has lent money to others, on occasion.
On occasion.
All right.
Goodbye.
See ya.
You, Sisyphus, are just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come.
What's your story?
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives.
The only thing I believe was this Taco Baka was bopping besides me not getting my cinnamon twist, but either way, well, hey, hell yeah. Sans the last part. Taco Bell? Just fucking hits sometimes, you know?
They never do.
Do you know a way out of here?
There is only a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions.
What does that mean, lady? Do you need help?
Help me? You cannot help me. I have seen things. A pattern, a terrible pattern. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed. I'll say no more.
Ooh, say more. What do you think about the golden rule?
The bloodless shadows. This is their punishment.
Right.
The
Goodbye.
newly arrived are ignorant of the road before them.
Okay. Okay, we've got some goals here. We have 300 gold. Can we save? We're gonna save.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Oh. Oh. So, no stealing. Hey, look, it's the guy. Okay. Well, now we know. What happens if you break the golden rule? You get fucked up.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
I'm Nico, and we've had this conversation before.
I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life.
Your name is Galerius, and you're about to offer to take me to see Sentius so he can tell me about the golden rule.
Oh, Bacchus, how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you. Oh, and since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made. Worked real hard on it.
I think you only turn to gold if you die. Zipline handlebar.
Just attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll be faster than walking. And if it doesn't work, worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake. I haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself. But don't worry, it's completely safe.
Probably.
Probably.
Okay.
All right. See you around.
We can talk to the tavern woman again. They put a sack here so that you don't crash. Tavern woman.
Fortune smile on you, brother.
Whoever defecated here needs to see a doctor. Oh.
Cerberus lifts his triple head.
What's our inventory? Wait, we keep our money and shit.
And lets out
Interesting.
braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you? Ah, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit. I'm Aurelia, and I hope I'm not being too forward, but the moment I laid eyes on you, I was intrigued. There's something dangerous about you, like a prowling manticore.
I'm a criminal. Okay, so we've tried the bottom two.
Ugh, coming on a bit strong,
bro.
don't you think? I take back what I said. Suddenly, I don't find you so intriguing anymore. Let's just forget that ever happened, so we can at least do business. So, what brings you to my tavern?
I'll be going now.
Alright, see ya.
Bye. Yeah, no game. I guess let's just keep exploring. This place is so fucking big, dude. Oh, I think these are the bow and arrow people. I wonder if anyone that's made of gold turns into a bow and arrow person. Old scroll. An old scroll in which the author makes the case against the existence of the golden rule. Guess we can take that. I don't know why we need it, but take anything I can get. Salve! What's up, Hakoon? Some simple recipe for baking bread. Okay. Where is anyone? List of things Decius plans to buy once he's escaped. Interesting. I did not do it. Duly. Also for science, for y'all who have PCs, how much storage do y'all have in your PC right now? I think I have 128 or 256 gigs main drive, and then two 2 terabyte storage drives.
Hello? Hello?
Hi. What's your story?
My name's Dooley. I live here now because I got in trouble and they said they had to lock me up. I don't know. I don't remember things so good. I think it's just because I was looking for treasure.
Did someone think you were gonna steal?
Yes. But I wasn't. I was just looking. They said I did it more than once, but I can't remember things so good. Then they called me mean names. They called me a liar, Billy. Yes. They said I have to live here now, and gave me this letter. But I'm not good with words. Do you think you could read it for me?
Sure thing, bud. Magistrate Sentius explains Dooley was locked up to prevent him from trespassing. Okay.
What does it say?
It says they caught you trespassing several times and they locked you up to stop you breaking the golden rule.
My treasure.
I should uninstall some games. Honestly, same. What treasure?
My friend Hannibal used to look after me. He said he always would. But then, he died. It was very sad. He said, if anything
friend
ever
died?
happened to him, I had to find something very precious
That's
hidden
very
away.
sad.
He gave me this key and made me promise to keep it safe until I found the treasure. But I couldn't find it. All I remember is he said something about the cisterns, but when I went up to the high one, they put me in here. Now nobody looks after me, except my friend Galerius and Ek, the priestess lady. She's a nice lady.
If you give me the key, I can try to find out what it unlocks.
Hannibal said I shouldn't give it to anyone I didn't trust. But maybe you could help me get out of here. Then I would trust you a lot.
Let me talk to the magistrate.
Galerius already tried that. He said the magistrate wouldn't listen, no matter what.
Maybe I'll just break you out.
What about the rules? I don't want everyone to get in trouble because I was bad.
Then maybe it's time we had a new magistrate.
Right. Galerius? He's nice. I like Galerius. He made me a doll and everything. If you help make him magistrate, he can get me out of here, and I can give you the key to my treasure.
Yeah, it does have
Hannibal said
Minority
it was
Report vibes.
in the cisterns. I can't remember what it was, just that it was way up high and very precious.
I'll see what I can do.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Dooley.
Whatever's in that great temple up there on the bluff,
Who are you?
I bet it's worth a fortune. Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm Dacius.
What's your story?
How did I end up here? That is a lengthy tale.
Let's hear it.
All right. Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects liberated from the enemies of Rome. Mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave. Fetch a magnificent price in Roman high society. Had myself a nice little shop in Rome, just off the Forum. Lots of foot traffic and close to the docks. Good place to be when the fires broke out. See, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire. Everyone who couldn't get to an outer gate was running for the river, open to escape by barge. So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing named Acantha, push it for me. All the way down to the river, I'm elbowing through a stampede of people, turning back now and then to make sure she hasn't legged it with my valuables. But, to my surprise, we make it, and I see this barge loading up, and it's so full it's almost sinking. But the captain's happy to take my coin, so I start boarding, and then he puts his hand on my chest and he says, "No, too heavy. The cart or the girl." So I did what anyone would have done.
You chose the girl, right?
The girl? Weren't you listening? All my valuables or the girl? I mean, I can always buy a new slave girl if I still have my money. So I put my hand on the car.
Fuck this
and I
guy.
guess she realised what was happening because those pretty black eyes of hers go all wide. And in one swift motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the Tiber.
Good for her. I think I see where this is going.
Naturally, I dived in after it, hoping to salvage my fortune. Only, I guess I must have hit my head or something, because everything went black. When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank, not far from here, with nothing in the world but a single silver coin.
Toss your coin to the Witcher? Sounds like you got what you deserved.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, sure, I'd lost a few thousand denarii, but I've already made it back, and this place is a veritable treasure trove. Look around you. There must be more gold
This
in here than
man,
the treasury of
yeah,
Rome.
total piece of
If I
shit,
could
doesn't
just
get it.
Figure out how to get it out of here. Malleolus. I mean, Sentius couldn't even keep his daughter safe. What hope does he have of protecting us?
Let's talk about something
Certainly.
else. Do you know a way out of here?
I'm afraid not. If you're desperate, I did hear that Aurelia down at the tavern claims to know of a way out, but
Claims.
I'm not sure I trust her. Some people here are a little shady for my liking.
Really? I hadn't
Oh
noticed.
yeah, gotta watch out. Old Dacius has got your back though.
Okay, buddy.
It's terrible for inflation is what it is. There's so much gold just lying around, it's practically worthless. At least down here. Of course, I have an idea for generating real wealth, but what I need is a bow. Just a simple composite bow. I've scoured this city from top to bottom with no luck. But if you happen to find one, bring it to me and we'll talk.
What if I don't want to give you... I'm not getting you a bow.
No need to decide on anything yet. Just sleep on it, yeah?
Okay,
Very well.
bye.
Another time.
What the fuck, dude? Hello, Virgil.
Hey, Virgil. How much would you want to make me a bow?
For the last time, Dacius, I'm not making you a bow.
But why?
You know why.
A note insinuating that Virgil is a sinner.
There are no other weapons in the city. We all went along with the magistrate's weapons ban, so it wouldn't be an issue.
That's why I've got to get in first before someone else beats me to it.
Damn, somebody really thinks Virgil's a sinner. Damn. 3 accusatory notes. Or Virgil. Where's Virgil go? I want to talk to him. I feel like there's nothing
Make sure
wrong
you
with this
stay away
guy.
from that empty shrine. It's
Sinner.
going to collapse at any moment.
Poor guy.
Ah, a new face. Salve.
Salve.
Welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil.
Either that or they wrote their accusatory note on carbon paper. No, it had different text. What's your story?
Well, I'm an architect. Or at least I was back in Rome. That's probably too grandiose a term to describe what I do here. Help out with repairs and try to stop old buildings from collapsing on people. That kind of thing. But you probably don't want to hear about the ingenious architecture or mysterious history of this place.
Don't say that. Tell me about the temple on the bluff.
You mean the Great Temple? This one's a bit of a mystery. Given the way it's positioned so prominently, looking down on us, it's clear that whoever built it felt it was the most important temple in the city.
Real fancy carbon paper.
Someone else went out of their way to keep its purpose a mystery. You see, usually a temple is dedicated to a particular god, like Proserpina or Diana or Apollo. Usually, that god is obvious. But in this case, it's unknown. There's an obelisk out the front, which probably used to bear the name of this unknown god. But it appears some barbarian defaced it. And of course we can't get inside because it's locked up tighter than the Temple of Saturn in Rome. And that contains the treasury. So we're all left wondering, which god is that temple dedicated to? And could it be the one responsible for the Golden Rule? Unless somebody figures out a way inside, I suppose we'll never know.
Tell me about the architecture.
Gladly. Personally, my favorite thing about this place is the aqueducts.
The aqueducts?
Those series of adjoining arches. They're an ingenious feat of Roman engineering with a very practical purpose. They take fresh water coming from outside the city and distribute it all across the chasm. It's funneled below the palace and into a cistern beneath the Great Temple. Some of it flows down into another cistern beneath the villas, and the rest is funneled to the shrine of Proserpina, where it fills the lake and allows us to fish and farm.
If they bring water into the city, could we use them to escape?
Hey, not so loud. Just talking about that could anger the gods for all we know.
Oh.
I'm not saying it's impossible, but you'd have to find a way inside somehow. Just, please, try to be a bit more discreet about it.
Virgil's a coward. Tell me about the history.
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Some of these shrines were constructed hundreds of years ago, which means Romans have been arriving here for at least that long. But
interesting.
There's one thing that puzzles me. The oldest shrine in this avenue isn't Roman at all. It's Greek.
It's Greek? What does that mean?
I'm not sure. It could mean that the Romans, who first started building here, were just copying Greek architecture, which they do all the time. Or it could mean that there were Greeks living and worshipping here before the Romans arrived.
Is the Greeks the source of the Golden Rule?
Interesting question. Who really built this place? And could it be far older than any of us imagined?
Virgil? Interesting character.
Only there was a way we could talk to the people who came here before us. The stories they could tell.
Just find the Zora armor? Yeah, exactly.
Of course.
Do you know a way out of here?
You wouldn't believe how often the new ones ask that question. But I'd tell you the same thing I tell everyone else. There are much worse places to live out your days. You might have a few sleepless nights thinking about the Golden Rule, but once you get used to the fear, knowing that a single slip-up could cost you everything, it's not too bad. Nothing new to me, anyway.
What do you mean?
Oh, I just mean I grew up in the Batavi tribe, far to the north in Novio Magus, and learned to expect a bit of hostility. They weren't nearly as tolerant as the Romans.
What do you think about the Golden Rule?
Some people say it's divine, the work of a god, but I'm not so sure. It just seems so flawed to me. Like it's distinctly human. I mean, once you've been here long enough, you'll notice people doing things that just seem so wrong to you. But this so-called god doesn't seem to care, which means one of two things. Either you don't know the difference between right and wrong, or this unknown god doesn't. And I'm pretty sure I know the difference. Do you?
I think so, yes.
Good. Then I hope you'll agree. two ways of dealing with unfair rulers. The first is to leave. The second is to remove the ruler from power. And it seems leaving may not be an option.
I hear you.
I'm glad. It's best if I say no more, but I hope you'll give it some thought.
I sure will, Virgil. I noticed the graffiti. Why does someone think you're a sinner?
Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company.
I see.
And when you grow up in the north, as I did, in the city of Noviomagus, you expect a bit of hostility. The Batavi are not known for their tolerance. I saw enough friends killed or driven away to know the cost of not keeping your personal affairs to yourself. So I hid who I was for, what was it, nearly 10 years? Watching what I said and where I looked. But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly, until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid of. Needless to say, since I'm now living underground, halfway across the known world, with an assumed name, my openness didn't go down well among the enlightened folk of the Batavi.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Nice of you to say, but not necessary. In any case, the Romans are far more accepting, and among them, I get to be who I am. Or at least, I thought that was the case. It seems I was wrong.
Do you know who's writing the graffiti?
It's not just graffiti. I have quite a collection of handwritten notes too.
Okay, but who?
The strange thing is, I keep my personal affairs to myself. I've never really been interested in any of the men here. Not my type. So I'm not sure
Not my
what I
type.
could have done to upset this person.
Valid.
If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably one of those cultists.
Cultists?
Strange bunch. They insist there's only one God, and that he considers my nature a sin. Can you believe that? If there are any of them
Oh my god,
here,
are they fucking
won't
Christian?
admit it. Not since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome last year and went into hiding. All I know is if these threats keep escalating, eventually my secret admirer is going to cross a line and break the golden rule.
Oh man, let me look into it for you.
What? Really? I didn't expect that. But thanks. It's always a pleasure to meet someone so selfless. I'm glad you arrived when you did. I'd start by figuring out who the cultists are. Or maybe ask around among the merchants here. Someone who lives or works in the forum must have seen something. But if you find them, please don't hurt or humiliate them. I suspect they're just confused.
I'll get right on
Come
it.
back and let me know what you find.
Okay. I feel like I haven't explored fully. The guy said there were 21 people here. What's that? Note from Naevia. I'm locking myself in. Don't try to follow me. Nothing good will come of it. Fletched arrow. The assassin's bow. More money. Just look for the what would Jesus do bracelets. Okay, we've got an arrow lady there. We have a Sisyphus wannabe motherfucker. What's over here? Find a creative way into the upper cistern. Let's go up here. Who are you?
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
I'm fine.
Ah, another stoic, perhaps. We all need something to help us through times like these. We've all been where you are now. I remember when I first arrived. I used to lay awake at night contemplating the big questions. Why am I here? Is there a way out? What is the Golden Rule, and who or what is responsible for it? I still don't have any of the answers, I'm afraid. I don't think anybody does. But I'm happy to share with you what I've learned.
What's your story?
Here, in this place, the magistrate has me earning my keep by cleaning and pruning the gardens. It's not quite how I expected my life to go. I used to live in a lovely villa on the banks of the Tiber. I was even betrothed to a handsome young man from a prominent family. But long hours of menial labor for the good of the community has its own charms too, I suppose.
How did you end up here?
Oh, much the same way as many of the others. When the fires came to Rome 7 months ago, my family and I fled for the Tiber, hoping to escape on a barge. We were among the fortunate ones with enough coins for passage, but unfortunately, there were a lot of desperate people, and they boarded before we could depart. A scuffle broke out, and I was pushed overboard. The last thing I remember was the water, rising up to hit my cheekbone. I woke up by the river, near that shrine, and stumbled across this place.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, that's all right. I'm sure it's all part of God's plan for me.
Not God's plan. God, don't you mean God's?
Oh, yes, of course. A slip of the tongue.
A slip of the tongue? Sure thing, Octavia. Octavia, we don't like Drake in this house. Let's talk about something else.
Like.
Do you know a way out of here?
I'm afraid not. Although, I did once hear someone gossiping down at Aurelia's tavern about a possible way out. I don't put a lot of stock in such rumors, but if you're desperate
Found one.
wealthy, you could
Officer
look
right
into it,
here.
I suppose. If that doesn't work, then I suppose we're all stuck here until the gods decide our fate. I hope it works out.
She did it again. What do you think about the Golden Rule?
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. I think about those words a lot. I'd like to think that if we all love our neighbours as ourselves and do to them as we'd have them do to us, then we'll all be fine. But on the other hand, I was always taught the intent of man's heart is evil from his youth, and that all of us are born with a tendency towards sin. And that's where I get stuck. Is it true? Are we born with a tendency towards sin?
Is she describing original sin? I think people are fundamentally good.
You don't think that's a little naive? I suppose you've never seen what I've seen. Innocent men and women, torn apart in arenas while thousands of Romans...
Octavia would be terrible at hit and roll games. I stand by what I said.
I wish I shared your faith.
So you're a...
Please keep that to yourself. I know you're not from around here, but things are very difficult for us right now. There was a terrible fire
yeah, okay, so you're fucking Christian.
And our emperor decided to make us his scapegoats. There were executions. It was horrible.
Your secret's safe with me. Oh my god, this is literally what I was saying. I feel like we're gaining secondhand religious trauma.
Oh, thank you. You have no idea how much I appreciate that.
I'll be going
All right,
now.
Well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming
And
months.
if I ever what?
And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no. Ulpius, what are you doing? Get back from there.
What?
If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a
brother.
man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius.
Ulpius.
Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all.
Yeah,
I
it
don't know
fucking
what to
will
do.
be.
I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
Where's my mouse? There it is. Good luck with that. I'm out of here. I'll talk to him.
Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
Go on then. Go ahead. This is so fucked up. Not the fucking bluff, dude. Can we talk?
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire.
Nah, fuck the Empire. I was just gonna ask you what's wrong.
I screwed up my life. That's what's wrong. I borrowed money, and when I couldn't pay it back, I
Jesus,
wound up in
Nero
debt on
here.
it. I'll be stuck slaving away for that Culus Cumulatis Malleolus for the rest of my life. I am out. Wherever you are, Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no! I can't believe he went through with it.
I have
Oh,
money.
Lord. That poor lamb.
What happens now?
I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for
He said he was in debt. I could have fucking paid off his debt. Ash, please. It said follow him.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. Yes, thank you.
Why?
And now, I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens. And now,
Very confused.
now I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens.
Where did he go?
Leadership you will finally enjoy the freedom you deserve. And yes, no more shall you walk on, well, excellent. Yes. No more shall you walk on eggshells.
Note from Ulpius. Please know that I held on as long as I could, but without you my life is meaningless. I only hope we meet again in Gan Eden. By the time you read this, I'll already be dead, because death is preferable to another day in debt bondage to you. May vultures peck out your livers in Tartarus. This game is a cyberbully. God, fucking for real. Okay. Let's check upstairs. Let me in. Bro, Nico, chill.
Did you just leap into my villa from the balcony 100 feet above? That was either extremely reckless or impressively clever. Well, why have you risked life and limb to see me?
He's got 2 eyes. 2 colored eyes. What's your story?
I'm Malleolus, and if it wasn't for this interruption, I'd be practicing my victory speech for the election later today.
Uh-huh. What will you do if you win?
I'm glad you asked.
Damn, he's got 2
I'll
eyes.
finally restore freedom to this city, just as I've been promising. These good people have suffered long enough under Sentius's tyranny.
More like homochromia. How will you do that?
By declaring there's no such thing as the Golden Rule. It's a children's fable exploited by Sentius to frighten us into submission. Wait, don't tell me you've fallen victim to that monstrous lie?
They call me old 2 Eyes Malleolus. The Golden Rule is definitely real. What makes you say it's not real?
The person making a claim bears the onus of proving that claim. Can you do that? Can you prove the Golden Rule is real?
Hold my beer. It's definitely real.
Nonsense. There's no way you can prove that. If it was real and you'd seen someone break it, then you'd be dead already.
I'm reliving the same day over and over again. I found a book called The Myth of the Golden Rule. Whoever wrote it obviously died because they refused to accept the Golden Rule. What would it take to prove to you it's real?
Surely, you're not one of those people who believes everything you read. As if a lie could be transformed into the truth by the simple act of writing it down.
If only. I'm reliving the same day.
What? Oh, I see what's happening here. Another poor, vulnerable soul taken in by Sentius's machinations. He won't get away with this much longer.
Mm-hmm.
True, but that is simply because you are mistaken.
Do you know a way out of here?
I'm afraid not. We're stuck down here together, for better or worse. We're all going to have to make the best of it.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about the Golden Rule?
You mean the children's fable exploited by Sentius to scare us all into doing what he wants?
I'll be going
I trust
now.
you can see yourself out.
Have you all heard of
Through the
emu
door this
oil?
time?
No.
There's a key just beside it.
Ooh, we got a key to Malleolus's place now. Oh shit, now we can come in here whenever we want. Went to 2nd grade with emu oil. They pushed me into the sandbox and got an eye infection. Hakun, what? Okay. Before I was so rudely told to jump, there was something I wanted to see. We do have an ad coming in 45 seconds. I am going to get up for that. I would encourage you all to do the same. Take care of yourselves and all that. That was sick. It didn't let me do it. What the fuck? It only made me stronger. LOL. Oh, hey, that's that hole. Oh, and we're back at the start. Okay,